Dear all players, this is Pone Games, the developer of the indie game Loopstructor. This is a special devlog for our game. It's been more than 2 months since Loopstructor was released in August. During this time, it has been loved by many players. Of course, there are also a lot of suggestions and criticisms. We've recorded all of them carefully. Based on this feedback, we have been continuously updating and improving the game. The goals on the roadmap at the time have been largely accomplished. This video will take you to see it together. About the new content that will be updated for Loopstructor 1.5 version. For main bases, we have added 4 new independent main bases: Blast main base, Melee main base, Yin-Yang main base, Laser main base. There are also 2 special main bases that can switch initial super modules, Elemental main base and Monster main base. At the same time, all new main bases have been equipped with a series of new vehicles with relevant orbital vehicle synergy, so that players can defend main bases with more interesting genres. Based on players' feedback, we have made balance enhancements to the weaker genres from previous versions. Not only have we buffed the basic values, but we've added more super modules that can aid in the shaping of the genre, allowing for a more interesting rogue experience. Genres like Ballista, Summon, Spike and Poison, which were quite criticized before, have been brought up to a decent level of strength after many rounds of updates and tweaks. The number of super modules has been greatly increased, and we want to increase the fun while also making the gameplay more varied, such as follows. Force of 4 elements. When the same train has all 4 elemental synergy modules Spike, Explode, Frost, and Poison at the same time, the attack of the vehicles is rapidly increased, and all vehicles have the effects of all 4 elemental synergy modules. Explosive ejection. Pull up the vehicles in your hand like a slingshot. The farther away you are, the faster it goes, but remember that a vehicle at high speed cannot be removed. Shining. Your Yin-Yang vehicle has a chance to stun the enemy. Dangerous rhythm. When HP is below 20%, the speed of the entire train increases, so have a race against death. Unmanned missile. When you activate both missile and summon in your train, the drones can also have missiles attached to them, which is a substitute attack. In addition to the above, there are many other interesting and special super modules. Just wait for you to open the game to experience it yourself. Immediate orders are no longer optional, so use them flexibly to turn the situation around in an instant. Karma Bomb. Directly reduce an enemy's blood level by 30%, cleverly combined with a second to kill the boss is not a problem. Guardian of Base. No more damage to the main base for a while, no more fear of monsters. Extreme Freezing. Freezes all enemies for a period of time at a given location. Cyclone Bomb. Choose an area to unleash a cyclone, causing enemies to gather around you. Missile Rain. Cutting fear from lack of firepower, releases 30 missiles at once, randomly bombarding all enemies on the field. The difficulty has been gradually added from 7 at release to the current difficulty of 20, while each difficulty has the option to turn on an endless mode to continue the challenge. We've added several new bosses to the game and enriched the mechanic. Each stage will now end with a random challenge from one of 2 bosses. One of the first stage is our old friend Mummy Chick, the other is our new friend Otaku Mouse, although he is a mouse who likes to stay at home, but in order to pass the fight, we had to pull him out from the hole in the ground and torture him severely. The second stage of the Brood Queen needs no introduction. The other new boss is the game's only double boss, Sprinkle Bee and Flower Doggy. Sprinkle Bee is a hard-working bee, planting flowers to get the dog. Bee is not dead, the dog is invincible existence. Pay attention to the order of killing is very important. In the third stage, Magi Bet welcomes his new companion, the king of the Baneling King, but this one doesn't have a very good temper and likes to blow himself up if he doesn't move, so remember to make sure you get rid of it as soon as possible. Finally, upon selecting 20 difficulty and passing 4 to 7, the game's ultimate boss, the monster train, shines. It is an army of monsters on a train. Let's see who's the real master of playing Loopstructor. In addition to being able to choose endless mode to continue the challenge after classic mode, you can choose endless mode to continue the challenge. You can also try random endless mode in the mode selection interface. Unlimited rolls of initial main bases, super modules, and vehicles are available to start the game and challenge the global player rankings. You can now view the scores and battle data of the top 100 global players and compete with them. In this mode, the puzzles are updated monthly, limiting the main bases, vehicles, and initial hypermodules on which challenges are conducted. The leaderboard rankings are also updated once a month with a major rotation. We've received a lot of feedback from our players. The following important optimizations have been made in the ongoing updates over time. Optimize the game's performance in terms of FPS. Players can also manually hide damage numbers to improve frame rates. Added custom hotkeys. Provided the functions of adjust vehicle mode, adjust track mode, one-click recycling, one-click merge, and so on. All the attributes of the main base that can be enhanced can be viewed in the bubble or illustrated book. A detailed help manual is built in to learn tips not taught in the newbie tutorial. Thank you, players, for your support and feedback. It allows us to improve our game in a more comprehensive way. At present, the main game content has basically been developed. We will continue to provide monthly challenges. Meanwhile, the workshop is also in the process of preparation.